Good afternoon. Happy Thanksgiving. Big Al and I are hanging out watching Rocky 2 because it takes place, part of the movie takes place on Thanksgiving. So we thought that would be a good Rocky movie. Big Al, what do you think?
I think you are right, my friend. And this is continuing uh, something we started last year when you gratefully took pity on me. It was my first year without mom at the Thanksgiving, and kind of gave me something to do, which I appreciated greatly.
Well, I appreciate you doing it. I'm usually alone on Thanksgiving as well, so it works out well.
Yeah, but
Maybe next year I can come up and see you on Thanksgiving.
that would be fine. Just bring turkey.
Yeah.
Just I gotta. Anybody?
So have you seen this movie before?
I have seen this movie as long as I really am aware of it, because I remember when the original one came out, it was a big hit, but I didn't see it right away. I came to it later on cable. But then, when Rocky 2 came out, I remember it coming out, and I was a little more interested. I was like, I got to see these movies, but I didn't want to see it in the theater because I hadn't seen the first one. So by the time I got to see it, it was a cable thing. And back then, you had to wait for the stars to align. You just couldn't really go out and.
That's true. Very true.
Especially
you youngins don't know how good you got it.
I know. You could get a movie anytime you want it, and just can't do that anymore. And it's kind of. We couldn't do it back then. Sorry if I'm a little scared. I'm trying to get all my stuff together. I want to make sure if anybody who is going to join us has a way of doing that.
Perfectly fine, my friend. I was late getting on here because I was sleeping and I couldn't find my headphones, and
gives you a chance to get yourself kind of ready and situated. Paste. So that first one is the. No, that's the link to. Wait a minute. Why did it do that? It was the Cosby link. I did the same thing I did before. I copied the wrong one. I saw my name and copied it. Yep, because mine is that one.
I will say this: when I first asked you to do Rocky 2, it was free on YouTube, and it is no longer free on YouTube, which I learned today when I went to download it. I thought once a movie was free on YouTube, it would always be free on YouTube, but apparently not. Hey, Al, how are you? Happy Thanksgiving. I hope you're doing well. I was thinking about you earlier in the day, hoping your family was having some good time together.
Okay, the link is up in the chat. Now I just have to get myself situated here. But hi, AL. Glad you could join us. Like I said, my Cosby link is right there. I'm going to be watching the film on that personally. Oh God, I wish I could stop it from doing that, so maybe I could do it. Hey, there we go. That's what I wanted. There. That's the stuff right there. Yeah, I was trying to get it to the right size and dimensions on screen so I could watch it right without it kind of going up, so I could see the chat. And so I'm good. I'm at the 3-second mark because Cosby's a little touchy, but I'm doing it for you, the people that are joining us to watch it right now. But it has been a long time since I've watched Rocky 2. I never knew the whole how Rocky 1 ended You know, I think if you ask a lot of people who are only semi-casual fans of the film, don't really realize Rocky lost in the first movie.
He did, and I think people, because if you ask them like, okay, so who did he fight in each movie? They'll go Apollo, Mr. T, the Russian dude. I'm like, okay, who did he fight in the second one? Mr. T. I think people kind of lump these two together as the same thing.
Yeah, Rocky 1 and Rocky 2 are kind of like one complete story.
Yeah.
In two parts, of course, but it's the first part, I think, is so significant because Rocky went into that fight not caring if he won or lost. He wanted to go the distance because no one else had ever done that with Apollo Creed. Apollo Creed was the Mike Tyson, the Muhammad Ali kind of a figure, just that unbeatable. Although Muhammad Ali was not an unbeatable force, but nobody went the distance with him, and that's all Rocky wanted to do. If Rocky did that, he felt like he would have won.
And he really didn't. He didn't lose the fight, but he didn't win.
It was a split decision. He won on one of the judges had him win it.
Apollo lost the fight, and Apollo knew he lost the fight.
Yeah, which initially is why he said he didn't want a rematch. It's like, I don't want a rematch because he got busted up.
Yeah.
I mean, Rocky just was a force of nature that, Apollo's the technical fighter, smooth as glass, and Rocky wasn't. Rocky was a street fighter. He was a bulldozer. He was a tank. And he had lost fights before. I mean, because, like I say, he didn't have those, those polished skills, but it took a lot to take him out, at this point when he was younger. But Apollo. In Rocky 1, when he connects the first couple of times, and you see in Apollo's face, it's like, I screwed up. I'm not ready to fight this guy. And to his credit, he had to reach down and really dig deep for himself. But but he knew he didn't want that fight. But then he kind of got, the public kind of demanded it, and he kind of opened his mouth. But we'll see that ahead.
Spoilers. You ready to start the film?
I sure am. Like I said, I'm at the 3-second mark, so the MGM logo has just come on the screen.
Okay.
I don't know that one.
Hush, Alexa.
3, 2, 1, play.
Rawr.
Hey, Al, thank you for dropping by. I do hope you have a good Thanksgiving with your family.
Definitely. I had my
Are you a fan of the Rocky theme?
Yes. That and the Gonna Fly Now, and it's a great it gets you going,
Yes.
Of course, ending on the last fight.
And this is how all the movies will start from here on out, with a recap of the previous one.
Yeah. Yeah, and Rocky took a beating.
Did.
He when you're a polished fighter, the jab which is something that's a much more effective punch than people give it credit for. Keeps them away, and it's like tap, 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 and if you're close enough, it's more than a tap. But every one of them takes something out of you. But I love that Adrian was sitting in the back the whole time. She didn't. She thought he'd go out, probably lose.
She is Francis Ford Coppola's sister.
Niece. Oh, sister? I forget. Yeah. I knew it. Oh, I'm thinking of the daughter. He was punishing those ribs. Because Rocky, like Stallone, is a lefty, a southpaw. Cut me, cut me.
I don't think Sylvester Stallone looks as, cut as he does in like later movies.
Well, no, he's your basic actor at this point. This is before he got into shape for like the Rambo films and the other Rocky films. Because if you look at Rocky 3, when he gets in there with Clubber Lang, he is ripped.
He is. Rocky 4.
Yeah. Because Stallone went big into bodybuilding and fitness basically after this film.
Yeah, I've just never been able to get into that myself.
Yeah, I don't know. I actually used to go to a gym a lot. I mean, for a big guy, I was in decent shape. And I like doing a little cardio and doing some lifting, but nothing ever hardcore. Like that, don't want one.
I mentioned, the fight takes place on Thanksgiving, but I think of these films as Thanksgiving films because Rocky 5 came out around Thanksgiving. The Rocky Balboa came out around Thanksgiving. The Creed movie came out around Thanksgiving.
Well, they came out, but is that when they were set? Because this one was set July 4th.
This one was set, yeah.
So right there, split decision. That's what's going to initiate that rematch. Because one of the judges said Balboa took it. It was close enough. Like he just wants Adrian. He's proud of what he did, kind of,
I love you, Adrian.
And see, all that's done, and in the background, you hear him announce the winner of the fight is Apollo Creed, which a lot of people, you'd be surprised, a lot of people didn't catch when this film was out. Well, the first one was out. A little bit of 70s. When was this film out? 78?
I think so.
Let me double check it. 79. Came out June 15th, 1979. Oh, no, it was New Year's Day. That's right. It was New Year's Day. There's some really great characters that come out of this. Even just like some of the people in the neighborhood. Bill Conti. What else is Bill Conti doing?
Karate Kid, 1, 2, 3, 4. Masters of the Universe.
Oh, he did the Masters of the Universe film? Oh, I didn't know that. Written and directed by Sylvester Stallone.
Didn't Burt Young recently die?
Yeah, a few several weeks ago. Not that long. Ain't that horrible?
Apollo is very full of himself.
Yeah, he is. See, he changed his tune.
I said any place, anytime.
I always liked Rocky in the early films. He's a genuine, decent guy.
He is.
He's taken some punches in his time. He's a little, like I said, he hasn't been. He should have stayed in school. Not the brightest bulb on the Christmas tree, but a decent fella. Yeah, I think he had detached retina. I think is what.
Wow, that sounds bad.
Yeah, it's not good. Paulie was always a very selfish guy.
Yeah.
and a little entitled too. And all because he felt he deserved something because he knew Rocky. Like I said, even with his hands sore, he's still willing to do it. Kind of, it's interesting how important that is to him.
Mm-hmm.
That guy's familiar. The guy that's in the wheelchair. He I don't know. He just reminds me of somebody. Mm-hmm. Well, it probably does. He must have been outside a while. Look at his hat. She's not a bad looking woman.
Mm-hmm.
I was like when we first meet her in the first film, she's got like the little nerdy glasses and really that dowdy bookworm look. But he loves her. He sees her. That's just who he likes.
I think the movie's more their love story than it is a fighting movie.
Yeah, I think so. I mean, it's I think where it succeeds is that it is a personal story more than it is a sports story. You know, you can have your you know, whatever film, you know, baseball or, you know, hockey, football, whatever. But I think what Rocky really does and does well is you get to know him and her and everybody. I mean, it's not just his story; it's their story. It's a big church. I like a small church.
Yeah.
I like my church. Oh God! The joke's almost 50 years old. It's still funny.
And that's his brother, I think.
Oh, is that Frank?
Yeah.
Oh, okay. Yeah, I wouldn't be surprised.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
The old Butkus.
I like Bucket.
Mm-hmm. He's a very simple man. Even when he had a lot of money, everything he had was more for everybody else, not really for him.
True.
Have you seen the later ones? Like
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
Balboa and Creed
I
films?
saw the first and the second Creed movie. This third one, Rocky wasn't even in the third one, so I just wasn't interested.
Yeah, Kang the Conqueror was in the third one.
Yeah, a little known fact though is I was his body double for all the fighting scenes in that movie. They just CGI'd his head over mine.
Oh well,
Yeah.
What, Rocky or Creed?
King and Conqueror, dude.
Oh, okay.
They had to find the right muscle definition, and so.
But you were talking about how it's a love story. How much that man loved her even after death.
Yeah.
I mean, spoilers. Yeah, Adrian passed
Dies of
away.
woman cancer.
Yeah. That's the one thing about a city, though. You really don't need a car.
Yeah.
It's also one thing when you're confined to a wheelchair. It's the Bandit.
I wonder what happened to that car.
So he's always it's not just him. He's like in it for everybody. It's just a
I guess Buckus is no longer with us.
It'd be pretty amazing if it was. If he was. He'd be 50 years old. That's always been my dream car.
Trans Am?
Yeah. Black Trans Am, like in Smokey the Bandit. Now we know why he does Eye of the Tiger. He likes the tiger.
That's true. I never thought of it. It's all out. Oh, Titus.
Nice hardwood floors. Think about TV for radio. for a heavy bag and a radio.
$1,500 a year in taxes on that property. I don't pay that in a year on my house.
It's less than we used to pay on our land.
Wow.
I think we topped out at 10 at one point before it got reassessed. 10,000. But it was waterfront. We got reassessed and I think it went down to like 4. But I couldn't afford to keep it. That's why I'm in my little apartment right now.
Internet trolls before the internet.
Mm-hmm. I mean, I can see his point.
I do too.
He, to his own admission, he did not train for that fight well. He looked past Rocky. He didn't think Rocky had a chance in hell. Nobody did. Rocky trained. He didn't. That's why Rocky almost beat him. He relied on everything he had already known.
And he's also a very, very prideful person, which kind of gets him in trouble in court.
Whereas Rocky's not. Rocky doesn't care too much about. I mean, he cares, but it's not as irritating to him what other people think. All he really cares is what she thinks, and probably his priest. You know, if I was there, what I'd be doing? Go get a cheesesteak. What'd you say?
The olive and decided to get a little 2-gram bumpy. So what did you have for Thanksgiving dinner, Al?
Well, I had smoked turkey leg. That was good. I had some green bean casserole and some stuffing and some cranberry sauce.
Okay.
I thought about making some mashed potatoes, but it just would have been too much.
I had Cracker Barrel. I got the country fried steak and hash browns and apples.
You don't do the Thanksgiving food thing?
I was too early. I got there at 9:30. They don't start serving that till 11.
Oh. Also, you were ready for dinner basically when everybody else is eating breakfast.
Yeah. That's quite the outfit.
Oh, for him?
Yeah.
Yeah. It's very hard to watch. I'm going through that. Can I say, keep rolling? Just keep rolling, keep talking, and you can cut it together. Office, thinking about an office job.
What else could he do? I mean,
Well, he was a collector for
a loan
gamblers.
shark.
For Loan Shark, he worked at a meat packing plant. Or is that in this film?
I think that's this one.
You need to go check see about being a professional wrestler. That would have been an option.
Yeah.
Because even Muhammad Ali got in a wrestling match a couple times. Like one of his towels is Holiday Inn.
I don't think I could stomach that job very well.
You'd have to be able to, you have to be used to it.
Yeah. I think that would turn me to a vegetarian awfully quick.
So I see that box. I see a lot of soup. It's good physical training now.
Yeah.
Oh, jeez.
Yeah, I don't think I could do that job. Yeah, no.
I wonder what that stuff, what him putting that thing on there was for. Is it like a brine thing? Is it a.
Maybe they wrap them and send them somewhere else, or I don't know. I like my hamburgers very well done. So
I've always been a proponent of the medium. I like it done, but I don't like it burnt. That must be frustrating. Even a crap job can't even keep it.
yeah, I would imagine nowadays those jobs like that have high turnover, and they're happy to get anybody.
Mm-hmm.
I got a client. They buy and resell like nuts and bolts to manufacturing companies. They run 6 in the morning to midnight, 7 days a week, and they've got turnover like every week. There's a new set of guys in there. Say hello, Titus. Say hello. Say hello.
He is such an unlikable guy. It's like it's his break your teeth. Not exactly the kind of a car that fits his personality. So because think of all like the Rocky 3 and 4 and 5 when he's still fighting. He should have stopped a little bit right here.
Do you have a least favorite Rocky movie?
Probably 5. Just I don't know. We're kind of like, it's like the end of the road. This is actually not, it's, they bring in Tommy Morrison, who isn't exactly the stellar performer. The bad guy in it was good, but it was okay, but it wasn't anything special. How about you?
I'd probably say 5 is probably the weakest.
Mm-hmm.
And, I'd say 4 and 5 probably aren't as strong as 1, 2, and 3.
Oh, no. Although I do like 3 and 4's style, like that MTV style that Stallone brought to it. It's not as they're not that it's not the drama it was anymore. The important story is 1 and 2, and then 3 and 4 you made it more of an entertainment factor than you did a dramatic piece, which at the time kind of worked because that's what was big at the time. And you bring in Mr. T and Hulk Hogan in number 3, and of course Dolph Lundgren. I hear stupid things better. You okay?
Yeah.
What happened?
Random sneeze.
Oh, okay. So I can't see you, so could have fallen off your chair for all I knew.
That would have been followed by a big thud, I would think.
Bless you.
like today, like Mickey would have come out really good after that fight. He could charge whatever he wants to train people.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, I mean, in today's world, it'd be a whole different story.
Yeah.
Rocky would never have to work again. You get the right person as a manager, he'd be fine. He'd show up on game shows and, like I said, be the guest referee on wrestling and
Commentator on ESPN.
Yeah, commentating on fights.
I don't think you can be lucky for 15 rounds.
Well, it's the proverbial, you caught lightning in a bottle one day. The any given Sunday thing for baseball. I mean, for football.
Yeah.
I like how he put it. It's like I won, but I didn't beat him. Well, he's going to be the bad guy anyway. Digging at his pride now.
Mhm.
He does that. He does that ugly snarl thing. He comes back. He's like, that little impish grin. Plus, he's a Catholic. He's been taught to turn the other cheek.
True.
Makes you wonder how many teeth are floating around in that place.
No. That's a Bandman joke right there.
I love turtles. Cuff and Link.
That's a good looking dog.
Mm-hmm. They got a great actor to play Apollo Creed. Carl Weathers was the right guy. Buff and tough, and he could talk.
Just look at all that nice empty wall space that I could
like you could just hear kind of like that swell of the music, like something significant's about to happen. It's like that. Oh, oh. I don't think people would. I don't think a lot of people would like the way he put that. Just then, he's mansplaining.
Mm-hmm.
Don't ask me to. Wouldn't ask you to stop being a woman. Don't ask me to stop being a man.
just remember what Polly said.
I love that. Only 10 minutes from my house.
I thought about buying a new hat. Bailey's got a Black Friday sale going on, but I think I'm good for right now.
Who does?
Bailey's, people make most of my hats.
I need a nice fedora. I need a hat that looks good on me. I really don't know what would look good on me, though. And that's I can imagine how hard that would be, though.
Yeah.
I feel the need, the need. I had an old sweatshirt and sweatpants that were like really messed
I
up
had a
like
member
that.
Ellen jacket that was just like worn to hell that I never wanted to get rid of.
Especially like I was thinking about that day I just had on just a t-shirt, but it was like it fit just right. You know, it was old, it's stretched the right way, everything just fits right. Because his head ain't in the game because of Adrian. He's got to train hard. He's got a whole planet to run in a galaxy far, far away. Al Hirschfield. Like how he has his chant pumped in while he's boxing. It's actually probably a pretty good idea because add the crowd noise.
I can't imagine how loud it would be to be up there.
Crap Thunder. Burgess Meredith was awesome.
Do you know where he was miscast though? Like terribly, terribly miscast.
Where?
Calavius in the G.I. Joe movie. That was a bad casting call. It just wasn't good.
He was in the G.I. Joe movie?
The cartoon movie came out in like 86, 87. Yeah.
Oh, I don't even remember that, dude. We'll have to do a rewatch of that one day.
All right. I'm down.
If I can find it. Is that the Serpentor?
Serpentor's in it, but he gets backseated by Cobra Law.
The whole Cobra La.
Yeah, it's got Don Johnson in it.
I vaguely remember it.
And I'm just going to say this because I'm not ashamed of it. I never cared for Sergeant Slaughter. I was like, whatever, man. But
you don't like the Sarge?
Sergeant Slaughter killed G.I. Joe for me. It's just killed it. I was okay with Cobra Law. I think you could have done that and it could have worked if you'd done it a little differently. But Sergeant Slaughter, I never liked Sergeant Slaughter. Olive has been extremely gassy all day long.
Did you say you have been or Olive?
Olive has.
Oh, okay. You can tell he's getting leaner in this film. Do you notice?
Mm-hmm. So is Polly just like a stereotype of a 1970s ass, or?
Kind of, as that, middle-aged, never made anything of his life, angry at the world, because of his own faults. It's everybody else's fault. That got him. They never really tell you the timeline.
Well, the other fight was on New Year's Eve, right? The first fight?
Yeah, the other fight was on New Year's.
So this is like a year in the life, pretty much.
Yeah, so let me see. Because she probably got pregnant on their wedding night. Wouldn't be surprised. Because he doesn't believe in condominiums. And so they got married, say a month after the fight. February, March, April, May. Yeah, he's probably in October right now.
I'd be like, whatever. You can call the cops if you want to remove me.
Yeah. Always like a hospital chapel, a little small space.
I ain't never seen a hospital with a chapel that nice.
Yeah, I don't know if that's the hospital's chapel. I mean, the one in our hospital is.
It's like, here's a plain cross and a candle.
Yeah. So he's the most dangerous fighter in the world, and he's pissed at you. It's amazing how young he was.
Wow, no smoking sign on the door. Remember when they had smoking and non-smoking sections in the restaurant?
Oh, restaurant? Yeah.
Yeah.
I was with my ex girlfriend. She was a smoker, so we went and sit in the smoking area.
I'm sure, Al, she was smoking hot.
Yeah, she was. I remember at most places it was just like a section. It wasn't like anything separating, just an area kind of thing. But there was a restaurant, Perkins,
I
that
remember
we had.
Perkins.
Yeah,
They had the best pancakes back in the day.
Oh my god,
Lord!
apricot syrup,
Peanut butter chocolate chip. Oh, yeah.
their club omelet was good. It had like turkey, bacon, cheese. Oh god, those things were good.
You're gonna make me hungry, my friend.
But they had like literally a separate section, like with a door all closed off and everything. But I loved Perkins. We used to go there all the time. Well, yeah, at least every other Saturday morning we'd go and have pancakes, and like I said, I usually got that omelet. Like that crucifix. I'm surprised they don't have any like oxygen or anything like that on her.
Yeah.
Get that low note swell.
If I remember correctly, they had like one day to record the first Rocky movie's score for the entire film. They had one day.
Dang.
Like
Did a good job.
There was a problem with financing, and it was like we got to spend the day, like that day. So, Okay.
Oh, she's in there. Always loved her.
What's that?
The actress playing the nurse there, who brought in the kid. That is some hair.
Yeah. Shake and bake, baby. Shake and bake.
Dong.
Yeah.
That's what he
What are we
needed.
waiting for? Let's go. Let's get some eat lightning and crap thunder, or is it eat thunder and crap lightning? Which one is it? Which one's less painful?
I don't know. Whatever. It's gonna hurt either way.
I remember I was hardcore dancing like in hours, about like the most that you could really do. At least for me, I was like, I would cap it about an hour.
This is some good like workout training music.
CrossFit before it was a thing, right?
Yeah. Freeze
Yeah.
frame. That is a head of hair, man. That's his real kid.
That's his real kid?
Mm-hmm. Sergio Stallone. Well, I don't know if he's a Stallone. I'll say that. Yeah, that's his son. And he's autistic.
Really?
Yeah. I know that. I was just looking, and he's 40. He's currently 44 and has autism.
The CGI of him jumping over that park bench is like spot on. It's like it looks so real.
Creed!
Howard, baby, get in here. It is definitely chilly tonight, my friend.
Super Fight 2.
That's a reception right there.
He's a man of the people. Well, he did say it's only like 10 minutes from his house.
I would just walk.
Yeah, let's go. It's like just down the street, like going to see a movie.
So what are you eating for Thanksgiving dinner? Oh,
Huh?
what are you gonna have for dinner tonight?
I've already had dinner. My turkey leg and stuff. That was an early dinner, and I've got some graham crackers and one nosh on those a little bit here in a bit. I am so late. He's got his car back.
It does.
Either that or he's borrowing it.
You know the did you see Cobra?
Yeah.
You know that car in Cobra that was like his actual car?
Yep.
And someone stole it out of his garage.
He got it back there, didn't he?
Yeah, he eventually found it. Some guy was selling it on the internet. And his attorney gave the guy a call and was like, "Hey, how'd you get this car?"
I just love the contrast between the two guys at this point. The quiet contemplation to the psyched up.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
I love it. It's just so matter of fact conversation. Yeah. It's because people see themselves in him. He comes from the streets. He's, just your regular guy. Whereas Apollo is like the rich, entitled athlete. They don't do 15 rounds anymore. Nowadays, it's between 10 and 12. Rocky Balboa. So here, looking at weight classes, they're a little, at heavyweight is it's about 200-pound mark. They're close to being known as too light.
Just get through the first round, Big Al. First round.
Yeah. Been a lot shorter film if you didn't.
I think Carl Weathers looks more defined than Sylvester Stallone.
Mm-hmm. Like I said, because this time that's a different Apollo Creed. This is Apollo who's been training. It's him at his best. I broke my nose again.
I'm dangerous.
You got to give Carl Weathers does look smooth in that ring.
Yeah.
Oh, throw him back in that corner. There's great music for this.
I'm not like the biggest Bill Conti fan, but like I was talking to Eric the other day. I'm like, I really don't have much from Bill Conti, and he's like, "Well, you should be ashamed of yourself." It's not really what he said. I'm like translating his Canadian into Birdman speak, but
well, because it not only would it work because it works in this set, but it would also work like in a war movie.
Yeah,
which I think is a good call. The fact that they can go both ways. How Rocky sees the world.
Have you ever broke a rib?
No.
Yeah, I haven't either, and I'm okay with that.
Yeah. I love the sound they got when they hit. It's that crushing, like punching a sofa kind of thing. Round 13. Yeah, talk about taking a beating. Stallone always took beatings when he was doing these films. He almost died at one point, I think.
So what's La La Land going to drop tomorrow?
Say it again. What?
La La Land, their end of year Black Friday drops. What will they be?
Oh, I don't know.
They usually do something pretty big.
How are their sales usually?
I'm sorry?
How good are their sales usually? It's like good percentage off.
They won't be on sale, but it'll just be like, here's 5 new titles that,
It'll be like what?
They'll drop like 5 titles.
Oh,
Like last year they dropped Amistad, The Burbs, Spider-Man 3-disc set, Godfather, something else. Oh, Tomorrow Never Dies. Yeah.
this was Apollo's pride got him. He wanted to knock him out, and it kept him close. He should have stuck a move. Ooh. Oh my God. I loved how they filmed this.
What's going to happen? I don't know.
Down those Creed. Shock the world.
Mhm.
I man, God. Yeah.
All right, now we're gonna watch Rocky 3 back to back. Come on.
Apollo's trainer, Tony Burton. I always like Tony Burton. He's cool.
Well, thank you for spending Thanksgiving evening with me again, Big Al. We'll have to do this next year.
I enjoyed it greatly. I appreciate it.
What movie shall we watch next year?
I have to get back to you on that one.
Okay.
Always got, of course, the new horror film Thanksgiving.
Yeah, no.
You're not a horror guy, and I can
No.
respect that. I can respect that. Fight and training montage supervised.
Oh, sleepy. You got
Michael Westmore. I didn't know Michael Westmore was doing.
You got a show tomorrow night, right? You're doing Sorceress.
Yes. Tomorrow night. Anybody who may be watching Cosme, I'm going to turn it off. And thank you for joining. Okay, hold on. Yeah, yes, I'm leaving. Tomorrow night, Sorceress from 1982, a bawdy little sword and sorcery film, filled with some fun things, and one of those so bad it's kind of fun to watch kind of films. And Deleted Scenes going to be joining me, and hopefully you will be joining us.
It depends on how tomorrow goes. We shall see.
Well, all you have to get up at 1 a.m. and then go to work, and then you'll be done. I really hope you can, because it's always fun to have other people watching it. And like I said, doing that one, of course, Saturday night I'll be on Netter's network. We'll be watching The Croods.
The what?
The Croods, the animated film about the caveman.
Okay. Yeah.
Yeah, and then the following week on my channel, we're going to be watching the classic film starring Peter O'Toole, Katharine Hepburn, Anthony Hopkins, The Lion in the Winter, which it's a nice little family film about Christmas. Have you ever seen that one, Lion in Winter?
I don't think so.
Good film. It's definitely an actor's piece. It's several actors and practicing their craft in the highest way possible. And it's one of my favorite films, and been wanting to do it for a while. And when I realized that it was a Christmas film, I thought, well, I'll pull it out for Christmas this year. And then I got a 4-week break. Was it 4 weeks? Yeah, or a 3-week break. Yeah, 3 weeks, because Netter's taking mine. Netter's going to go 2 in a row, and then I'm taking the one right before Christmas. We're going to be watching the Nativity Story. So that'll be good. And then one nice little comedy to end the year, and then we'll start talking next year.
Yeah, whole the year.
Yep. Well, I've got a lot planned already for next year. Got January pretty much figured out. February's been figured out. I know one for March is done. July, I know, is done. I think July. June or July, whichever one has 2 Saturdays that I have is going to be a particular one, and then the other one I haven't figured out yet. So
you're planning much further in advance than what I have. So
yeah, that's how I do it. I have a lot of time to think about it, and I just try to come up with some interesting, fun things as I think about them, and I start to plan. Does it fit in somewhere? And if I think of one movie, then I pair it with one and kind of fill in a month. But yeah, just a few ideas here and there. But I do have the one. I think it's July figured out because it's a one particular actor. Like I had James Garner June like earlier this year. This one's going to be somebody else July. I think it's July. I could double check it here while I'm looking at my calendar. Bring it up, and let's see what I see.
I need to get this wolf pack fed because it's dark outside. Therefore, it's time to eat. They think so. But thank you again for spending the afternoon with me.
Oh, thank you for spending it with me. Like I said, it's nice to have this little tradition, and looking forward to it next year.
Yeah,
and,
I don't really enjoy holidays as much since I lost my grandparents. They're just never been the same.
Yeah, well, I know what you get. Like I said, lose my mom and everything, and I called my aunts this morning. My mom was very close to her sisters, and so I called all of them this morning, just kind of wish them happy Thanksgiving, talk a little bit, and get caught up in what was going on in the family. And tomorrow it's just going to be a quiet day. Don't have to do any shopping.
Well, I'll talk to you in the morning if you're not. So.
Yep.
But everyone, if you're not subscribed to Big Al, please do so. Hope everyone has a safe and happy Thanksgiving and holiday season. As always, adopt, don't shop. Keep listening to great film music. We'll see all of y'all very soon, hopefully. Have a good night, y'all.
Yo, Daniel, we did it!
Woo!